Hi everyone, welcome to Caliac Studios. I am Malay and I want to talk to you about how can you make yourself look better in your video content, or probably the steps that you can follow that your quality of video looks better. Yeah. The first is lighting. Well, there are two types of lightings. One is a natural light and the other one is your artificial light. Natural light is usually the best source available. So if possible, film during the day because it's a nice flat kind of light that you get, and position yourself facing a window, a little diagonal from the window. So if it's parallel to you, what's going to happen is it's like your entire image is going to be flat. So if it's like a little 45-degree angle, you'll get a nice, like partially lit kind of a subject. Yeah. Avoid having a window directly behind you. That will kind of create a silhouette effect, and which is what you don't want. That will expose the window. The camera is going to expose the window behind, and you are going to be a really dark subject. Yeah. The next kind of lighting is artificial light. Artificial light is kind of a supplement or an alternative to natural light. If and only if you don't have natural source, or natural source is not sufficient, then I would suggest go for artificial light. Invest probably in a small ring light or a soft box to create like a even flattering light. Avoid overhead lighting which can cast harsh shadows. The second most important aspect is the camera placement. Now most of the times what happens is people really misunderstand camera placement. They want to experiment right from day one. So there are three basic types. One is an eye level. Make sure the camera is placed exactly, the lens of the camera is at your eye level. So positioning the camera at that will kind of avoid unflattering angles. If you're using a laptop or a webcam, prop it up with stack it up with books or a stand or something like that. Then the other angle is a top angle, like wherein you'll place the camera a little above your eye level. So this you want to do it when you want to make the subject look a little smaller. So these are basic grammar rules in filmmaking. And when you go a little lower and you take it from lower down, at that time you want to make the subject look a little larger than life. So you want to put a little authority on the subject, then you will go a little below the eye level. Yeah, so I hope it is clear. One is your eye level, one is your a little above the eye level to make the subject look a little smaller, belittle the subject rather, and little under will make it larger than life and subject. Yeah. Then the next rule is, of course, your framing. The rule of thirds is like it's like bread and butter of framing. I'll explain it to you right now. Imagine like your entire screen is divided into thirds, both horizontally and vertically. And now you place yourself at one of the intersections of these lines. Yeah. So there is center framing, then there is like the rule of third framing. Yeah. So and always have some head space. What is head space? Like there is the space above your head is called head space. You don't want to be very cut on the edge, or you don't want to be way below in the frame, like only your head is popping out somewhere below. So you don't want these two scenarios to happen. Your entire body should fit in the frame properly. So that is what is head space. Then I would suggest have a very clean background. Background is another very crucial element for you to make your videos look crisp and nice. Clean and uncluttered background is what will make audiences focus on you rather than like other 10,000 things into your video. So choose a background that is neat, tidy, avoid any distracting patterns or objects that may take away the focus from you. Try and wear neutral colors. Like clothing is another very crucial element. Opt for background with neutral colors and clothes with neutral colors. Especially background should complement your skin tone. So try and get a background, like if you're a little darker, try like a little lighter background. If you're a little fairer, then try a little darker background. They should go hand in hand. Yeah. So the next would be your appearance. So grooming is very, very important. Yeah, make sure you are well groomed with hair and makeup if applicable. Yes, guys can also do like a little touch up on their face, on their hair. It is a very, very crucial element, you know. I see things differently than what the lens sees, you know. So that's why it's very important to do a slight touch up. Yeah. Then the other aspect is, of course, I've spoken about clothing, but I'm just going to give you a brief. Avoid busy patterns, try to use solid colors, you know, no logos, and you know, try and avoid all of these things. Try to wear one solid color. Another very crucial element that people miss out is the audio. In my film school, what I was taught was the visuals usually are 40% and the audio compromises 60% of your feel and look of the film, you know. So even if your visuals are not that great, but make sure that your audio is very crisp. Yeah, so invest in a good microphone to improve the quality of your videos. This will make your content more enjoyable to watch and help you appear more professional. I'll repeat, like, you know, if you have some budget to buy a camera, and if you have an iPhone or a good Android phone, try to keep that as your first primary source of recording and just invest in a good microphone. That will just change the entire perspective of how the film looks and feels. It'll like give a whole new professional look to it. Yeah, try and shoot in a quiet environment, of course, because there is something in audio called a signal to noise ratio. So whatever you listen to or whatever you want audiences to listen to is the signal. Whatever people don't want to listen to is the noise, you know. So signal to noise ratio, your signal should always be on the higher end, you know. So the lower the signal SNR, the better it is. You know, even if you buy a great mic, but if you are sitting in a noisy environment, that mic is not going to do any justice, you know. Next is your body language and posture. Sit or stand up, whatever, you know, you are comfortable with, either with a straight, you know, but if you're sitting down, make sure that you're not slouching and like talking really in a boring way. Make sure that you are not taking the attention away from the audiences. Try and keep them hooked and gripped. Yeah, good posture can make you appear more confident and engaging. You know, have an eye contact into the lens. Look directly into the lens as if you were speaking to the viewers, you know, your audience. Like imagine both of us having a dialogue. If I looked somewhere else and if I'm talking, it would feel that I'm looking at somebody else and I'm talking, right? So it helps connect with the audience. It makes your content more compelling. Speak clearly, enunciate your words and speak at a natural pace, you know. Sometimes because the time is limited, like I make videos for reels for my clients, you know, so they are sometimes like really rushing through and the message is lost, you know. So whatever is your natural pace, as if you are having a conversation with somebody, try and keep up with that. Yeah, avoid fumbling or mumbling or speaking too quickly or too slowly, which will take again your attention away. One of the most crucial elements is also editing software. Use a video editing software to enhance your video's quality. Yeah, don't use a free one. If there is a free one, I would suggest use DaVinci Resolve. It is one of the best softwares. A lot of professionals use it, but if you can afford to pay, you can go for Premiere Pro or FCP, whichever suits your fancy. But yeah, you can, for a free version, DaVinci Resolve is one of the best options out there. You know, why should you go for a paid software or a free software that has got all the features? That's because you can adjust the light, the color, the sound, as well as add music, graphics. You can enhance your footage. You can delete very easily, you know, delete the unwanted parts very easily. Try and follow these steps and you'll see significant improvement on your on-camera presence, appearance, and your videos will really look polished and professional. I hope this video has helped you. And for more such videos, please do subscribe to Caliac Studios and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.